The fan stands still. The lights are on.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union must have turned up. They look routed. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night. One loose thread less to worry about. Everything points to which mayor? I mean, men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called... One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them.
Good. A power move. Yeah, streetwide.
They're in no hurry to leave.
She's agitated.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience.
It's fine, I understand.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. But you have more important things to worry about. Oh, yeah.
It's absurd.
She's used to playing off such insults casually.
My apologies, ma'am.
It's not a hobby, sir.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Just some...
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Oh, sweetie. If it weren't...
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if you're investigating...
This will show... Yes, some left-field scientific research.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, dear. I'm not sure.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's a...
The lieutenant.
One other thing. He'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary.
She's skipping over some important parts.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweetie. Well, it's,
Oh, yeah.
where other fadsmiths, hence it's not...
I knew it. We're gonna...
It's not, it's, well, so, of course.
Enthusiasm is white the white.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly. Oh dear, Morel can explain it all much better.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only...
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of crypt...
He nods. Ooh, tough choice there.
Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers. Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Indeed, there is. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own, just like your partners.
The lieutenant...
Oh, no, I didn't mean to imply that Saelites are inferior to us in many ways. You are superior. For example, your earwax doesn't have a foul odor like ours.
A tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. But perhaps we've had enough speculative biology for today. Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid. I'm glad you see it that way.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time? And yours? Another thing. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Loser. Who told you that? Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know. So, yes?
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are?
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold.
Yes, extremely normal. So let's get to it. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong up.
It doesn't matter if you're
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you aggressive? You make your living
So you were spying on us, and now
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all.
fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Look, a comedian. Do your job. Ask.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is precinct 57. Yes. The armor, it was part of a special, so it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends. The most recent here is...
Armor like this isn't mass-produced. It would have probably been fitted. Perhaps there's a record of who signed for this particular suit.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to have private...
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for...
Glad to hand. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for his 57s over...
In the cabin, you see...
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fucking's got one big thing wrong with him. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means... Yeah? That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate. Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some So yeah, he's the one you wanna talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Fuck are you talking about? What is...
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing?
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Your test...
Get lost,
Kuno does...
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
In his eyes, and off it's hard to say. His
Excuse me?
a flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
There are things. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home. What's it like? Good. And bad.
Is that what it? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough, but thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. And I know it wasn't easy to ask. I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now? Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bend, or calling in tactical air support. You guys, I get it. Hush, hush.
Something changes in.
Alright, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with. First, don't fight him. Obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate.
Maybe that would work.
The little boy had a good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere and the cops in it. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. I learned that people don't want to talk.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff, but it's a minor nuisance. It's all good. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material.
How does it?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says it. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hype. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to process it.
And Mesqui's epic then. All across No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of art.
Your race descent has only worsened since I left.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is called.
Do you?
You are obviously a liberal, Sayerite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. Type B are the unheroic races. Amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham's on wheels. much. But look into their eyes and you will see. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato. The Khoikhoi, the countless micronationalities of Grad are all inexplicably obsessed with potard. The only thing they like more is divided into the Vasholians, halfway between Type A and the racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The revolution came to Ravashol from Grad, in Zarath ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness. A prion, the revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion. Enough of Tibet mediocrity. Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals. A receding genetic pool has led the Mound on reprehensible street parades. In Mound cities like Stats, the Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of the other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and on overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking, as proven by the Mound and the Mesk. Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagites are on the ascent. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immut, the latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form this.
Nature was not capable of more.
Tips, the F, are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptation. It would be cruel to entertain our. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is we will?
Access to the Union is important for our...
Am I mildly worried he might take it seriously? The lieutenant thinks. Yes,
You need to internalize what you have heard. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. The hardy manlet, now leave me be.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Life? I'll be with you in a moment, officer. shame. Whining about your back every time you bring out...
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the...
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking...
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Could the objective of the game...
Ah, mon Dieu. I hope you pass out from it.
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Sure, officer. I am René Arnaud. And my specially abled partner here? Unfortunately, I don't. In Martinez, the union is the law. Cop is a pejorative term. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting... Yes. It was left by... Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. Sadly, no. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but this other... Because this... Yes.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off instead. This here is Blood Ground, where
Blood Ground? You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They let the fire off. The rest of the city got cleaned up.
Well, it's your own damn fault.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think? I'm sorry it had to be them. I would have preferred...
This royal...
Instead, this is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. Damn fris...
He slouches as he says that.
A true king, it's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our... Ah, yes!
Oh!
A superpower, feared and respected. A test decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the himself, a nation, is only as strong as its leader. That's...
Don't get started on...
The Caribou. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid.
Right.
All you observe...
This is the uniform of the Royal Caribou.
Don't you mean...
You do not speak his name.
There's something you missed.
Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a work.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed.
Looking for something to read. I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What with? My husband? No, he's not. I don't know.
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but... No. Why are we still...
She has though. The husband is totally lost.
What? Who said anything about shame?
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
My husband? No, he's... I don't know.
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but no. Why...
She has...
What? Who said anything about shame? Stop talking.
But he is. You can feel it. Or her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
I don't mean to disrespect.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Nothing. Go read up on.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your...
Wonderful. The store is open.
the woman with... cop of the apocalypse? It's not fire. It's not ash. There will...
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool? You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the... God, I've told her not to do that. It's disgusting. And I told you to mind your...
This economy is a mysterious force. Like...
She can, if she has enough...
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands...
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have...
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she...
Oh. Well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse and...
My husband is completely different. Of course.
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat.
A glimmer of sadness glints through the well-crafted exterior.
Exactly. Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. He made the initial investment. Since then, she's been too busy helping me here. I assure you, I of all people...
The woman looks aloof.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't...
You just come out of the rain and into the...
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Beth... Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Yes. Right. I have to get back.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not... A heavy door with a missing handle stands... A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little body trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Ow! Shoot! Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door?
Are you alright?
What is... I warn you!
It barely looks like you've done any...
okay? So?
You should thank him.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
Kuno said you're fat!
Look, pig, Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you got fucked after this shit. You...
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't...
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. No, it's not. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the world. Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to, not honorable recruit. Just an ordinary war. Nothing to... Just an ordinary... That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's the star and antlers was developed even today, half a century after. The star to symbolize the top. Also, some social democrats, the wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. Because white is the color. Gone. Gone is the glory. A plaster cast bust depicts.
Whoever lives here definitely There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution.
This door is no one up.
We should return in the evening.
You're back. Good. It's quite straight.
Ingredients.
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Yes.
Wild pines.
We're in legit. Yes, but you won't get anything unlikely, officer. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in... I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secret. How do you think they're financing this strike?
There was a
With all due precise.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical
Yes? Excellent. It may... In the meantime, let me know if there's any other... Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on... Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. We are. And the city of Revachol, I haven't seen anyone else.
It's for...
Neither is this. The boat?
The word, it, feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
It's a pleasure craft. Okay. How about Cordeleche 90? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordeleche. What? I think I'll stick with the factory name. But my sloop?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Officer,
The crowns of her nonchalance might be
good.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Hello again. How can I help you? Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? I'm not purchasing, and especially that tie. It swallows photons around.
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me
Another time, perhaps.
feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light. While the mind continues to race forward, a drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
How would I know?
There's a note of those triangle patches on his vest. You have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
I was with the emergency relief brigade. You know, after the people had to take Perolidon for radio.
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste. We were an all-volunteer force. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. So much disappointment. An early death. No one's.
So,
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear. The cleanup happened 15, so I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I like the theory more than the story.
yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Have you tried?
It's almost like he's... The lieutenant steps away. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
If you say, here you go, man. Of course.
Now it's turning into a kind of... Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way... But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the hub.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms and... Look, man. I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revish.
Looking for something? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let any... You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage. Not in, not out.
So you're telling us...
I don't know shit. And if I did, I would... What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That beady-eyed sass. Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple business. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until...
Guess so.
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? I don't go in unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me.
So you're...
No, I just said I work harder.
Realizing he...
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. Exactly. It's such a small part of... No! That's insane. Nothing. I told you. I'm...
And...
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him...
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me... It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
I don't know.
It could be. She was...
All of them.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoo?
All of them! Even the ones who've left! I don't hang out with them! I don't remember who has tattoos! I don't know! Alright! I scored! Let's cap this off with a purchase!
Can I help you?
The man ponders his... He looks up at you, then look. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't. Advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of the race.
The unpromising race pupil returns, and... Look, babe. The pétulant dissident thinks racial synthesis.
I knew he wouldn't get it, John. He's like a cop or something.
You think he is an old man, but inside he is a teenage degenerate social democrat. I take pity. Very well. You may enter the door once.
Finally.
On second glance,
It's unfortunate for the Union.
let's see what's inside. The drawer opens. Hundreds of and the same materials. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates. Look how blurry all the hermeneutics was almost within your grasp. But now, you're a police officer, not...
Is that what you're doing with those photos over there? Right. This is probably not relevant to our case.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. It appears to be remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it.
remember all items the drawer. An imposing combination of a punch clock. The machine swallows your coin And seems to me it's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, you're undoubtedly sure. What? The tarpaulin cloak. As your fingers touch the top, I will shield you. Snow is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette. Well, they went through.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes, this scene isn't.
This isn't. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a.
If you must. But please.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. It's a black and white photo of Rene. Looks like he's about to.
Why did you take that picture of Rene? You're really interested in that old soldier.
The chair is not as austere. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. You take the painkillers. Oh boy, where to start? Maybe this. You stand. This is an. A rustic. Allumé on, étanche off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. And the harbor sleeps as the strike, moving.
I can't see how that was worth the records, except for seeing the crane in action.
Before you stand.
Is this like your thing with that work you do? There are a million containers here. What? There may very well be, but we're not here to interact with containers.
No reply. You turn to your left.
Container, I'll turn you nice and red.
The lyrics to this container song, the accent is so thick, it's impossible.
Container, you.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet said,
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. I'm Everard. I'd offer you my hand, but
he looks extremely comfortable. The time...
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he had, forget about that. What's with this...
Please, Mr. Dubois.
It's nothing.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men... So tell me, how can...
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days, and...
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Yes, I know, Lawrence. He's a...
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
No.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comp now. I'd like to set your mind...
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational...
Are you alright, Harry? It's not like you left it loaded.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded. God, you're sweating. You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do...
Mr. Dubois.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating.
Mr. Dubois. Mr. Dubois. Harry.
While Everard is distracted by your odd beat...
Mr. Dubois, are you okay?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind of throw-in motion. Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm...
Okay, enough. We are...
Quick, here's your win. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this? You've hurt me, Harry. I trust you, like I trust all my friends.
Thank you for your understanding.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite.
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil. Of course, Harry, of course. You're not some kind of a fantastic racist. No one's gonna know what you did with race there, Harry. Your race, but anyway, I assure you, I am a very... Of course.
That's what the hanged corpse called you.
My God, so it's true. I didn't...
I think the odds of that are very low.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot... I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you are probably right. I can.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of...
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind?
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
It says... Oh yes. Very interesting. It says you're more like a mad prophet than a cop. Of course, Harry. Sin, blood, death, catastrophic loss of life. Or this...
I find that...
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only. It's Harry. Harry Dubois. And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you? Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry? That's why I like you, Harry. A good man, but of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a...
Everard's large hands are covering the folder.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume? Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted...
You might have noticed there's...
Oh my. Don't take this question...
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
I can certainly see how having him up there might stop... But of course, all joking aside, I am going... Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down, and, Jean, please take it easy with the race signs. He's had enough of that. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you. Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning your gun with...
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Yes, thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun. Now, please.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means.
Of course. I understand. We help you.
Oh, that's very nice. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry. We're all trying to do...
Whoa. That's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He's an old man, Harry. Harry! I have little people in my organization. Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals. Vanished? Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Harry, Harry, Harry.
If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression.
Yes, yes.
His expression makes it clear.
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, I have no interest. Tell her about all of it. My brother...
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other.
My dear Harry. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch.
Smooth talking? Maybe that's the way to...
Oh, I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night.
Yes,
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, and I'm sure you're going to open this...
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here.
Oh, no one's. It's just a... Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't...
You want to send someone to me?
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy, a loud blabbering weasel. Well, just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a fantastic. You can get the key. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red...
The lyrics to the accent,
Contain, Evra.
the look in his deep...
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh, yes. I leave all... Oh, yes. It's very, very good. Yes. I'm taking it to them. Oh, sure, mister. Sure.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Oh, that one.
Told you.
Yes, I'm like, actually, Miss Beauty.
Who is this, Miss?
A real pretty, but I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm... Oh, Lizzie, but she's a...
For a fraction.
If me missus and me was to have a... Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Being a doctor...
Yes, this...
Well, sometimes...
The white rectangle.
Bye-bye.
before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems... Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Now is not the time to...
The unpromising race pupil returns. So it was. My unpromising race pupil entered the harbor and used my superior...
You're so...
But, while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
The woman's gaze followed.
So, you guys are like cops or something? Cool, I like...
You hear that? That sound.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
A shrill laughter interrupts you. The man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Farewell, ham sandwich. You...
So, how'd you like our harbor? It's but a rest area? Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye. Like a key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. I knew this man was a coming. And it's a good thing you're doing too. What you're looking for is...
Okay, but...
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked of none of this mess wearing, this jiving and juggling. I'm more of a philosophical doctor.
Who he is and what they're fighting for?
We're negotiating our... Aye. All of it. However, right now, I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met. I guess you...
By that.
By heck. Yes. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all. No. I don't think I'm a communist. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't. I have nothing against communists. But my own...
He knows who he is. Firmly grounded. Has no need to reinforce or elaborate it.
See, I'm primarily a lazy person. Sure.
The look it or that of a noble peasant, or no. No. The man sits on the railing. His...
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought. What? Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. He was an agent of the opposite. I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me.
Understood.
No problem. I wish.
Right to work!
You missed a good show.
He fucked the tree up!
By the way, Kit is a racial slur.
Watch out, Kuno!
Kuno knows which Kip Kuno meant. Kuno knows Kuno's dad doesn't give a sh.
Try to crawl out of...
Yeah? The fuck did you want anyway? You got your fuck bag down. Kuno doesn't...
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. Yes. 1.
The RCM's forfeit.
The fucking cop's gonna cut his shit up!
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of the... You are.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back later, Coppo.
Come on, officer.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus...
Unfortunately, no. They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I performed the anatomy. That's right.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack above those. An 11-field info form needs filling out first.
That's you.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings.
KK57. Next. NA. NA. Roughly.
The corpse looks ageless, like me.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Aesop, the pudgy mess of...
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Nor does he look male.
We're still going with March 4th. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number.
KK57.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
A silent nod. Your central nervous system recognizes this somewhere in Jamrock North, but elsewhere yet. And so...
We should start the post.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the breed.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting some.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
The boot has a serial number. Tattoos. The upper torso. The assistant has... The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his... Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent. Lividity is
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Talking shit about...
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation. Ligature mark. Still wearing. There's too much of it. We need to...
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. We need to cut the belt.
See?
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is... The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. After some deliberation, You sink the cutters into the knot. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap. Hemorrhaging is observed on the chest is intact.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking...
This is clearly what they've been waiting for.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extreme. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars. Too numerous. Last item. Hands.
His flesh is...
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from? And what? I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. Nothing here says nothing done. We should do...
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Maybe... Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous system.
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with...
I think that may well be the moral of every story. Good. Musculoskeletal.
With his eyes almost closed.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is in respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim
no scream, no sigh. It's hard. Once more, inside, you see dark.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Cope.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary, Na. Same for toxicology and sero, unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge that, like a toxicology screening. At this stage, cardiovascular, gastrointestinal, digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and scalp. And your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next in... Not just yet. So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. A stone. Has confessed to causing it at maximum...
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless...
Right. Next. Nothing. Just...
The corpse lays slouched.
Alright. A dark red abraded ligature mark. I see hemorrhaging on the skin.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait.
That's it. We have established cause. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. Well, we established We also requested a toxicology. We were thorough with the... I need a copy of that autopsy form for processing.
He's thinking. You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso, his fingernails have...
Do you think we missed...
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed.
I worked as one of those processing guys for a year. Yeah, but in short, you and I are the last. It would have to be...
Fuck are you looking at, being old man?
Only if all else fails. This is one task we cannot sideline.
Just an ordinary wound. Nothing to... This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the leather uphold. In fact, it's... You knock side.
I guess no one is in. Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the. Apparently, working with the local. I mind that the local tag is. On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Everard we opened the door. Yes, presenting a fabric.
The door is right here. Besides, if you try to finally, the door unlocked. Only curious. A row of mugs sit a little ring. There's something the images betray. The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much. This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the wording, and now they've drawn the ire of the Union.
And interestingly, perhaps you should break into apartments more often. This is the flag of Rivershot. This isn't just one sun, but it's an optical, atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old...
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful...
You're back. Good. Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of...
It appears we're being monitored.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare? Oh, come on now. He has his use. Corruption.
The position of my unusual...
Of course. How...
Intellectualist.
Yeah! Weird. Oh no. One of the positive... Which isn't to suggest our talks... Oh.
The lieutenant, he's able...
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their...
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this... yeah.
Please, don't get it.
Of course.
The lieutenant will be more lenient toward sharing those, hopefully.
Of course. Until then, is there...
Vigilance officer? Yes. The debardures you... I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a...
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't... It's a private matter.
You see, officer, René...
I'm fine, God... No.
No one has...
Yes.
Look, officer.
The possibility...
Everard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated kingsman collecting dirt reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Look, officer, can we come... She is nobody.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she's sure...
Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well...
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez. It's also about that, but it's also its time to become a citizen of the king. It is not a place. It is a in history's great. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress you may never what sang for. The kingdom partly it's also post-it. Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. That's right.
I have really...
Yes.
René, it's a little pleasure. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this? Oh, sweet
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
We knew her, all right. She was René's first girl, back when the prick was 16.
And then you stole her from me.
Oh, officer.
You stole her from me.
Well,
we were just boys then. No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time.
She died of pneumonia. René and I were...
Died. No use.
Departed. Until she could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast? She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married. Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left. Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left. No, officers, I'm sorry.
Then help them, you wimp.
I will.
Respect!
I'm not.
Of course he's hot.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone, everyone.
What's
the old... There he stands.
Let's try not to get caught in a...
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity...
Oh, in many ways, yeah. Not the...
Oh God, I hate this socialist rabble.
Writing work mostly. Oh, nothing of...
Well, he tells his...
No, thank you. I'm sorry, officer, but...
The only one you have.
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich. Fuck off! It's mine! Sorry, officer. I'm sorry.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something.
What's that magazine she's reading?
I don't know. Frit? I think they think that the extra T makes...
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already...
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got like...
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
We are not the fashion police.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I can do for you? A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
She looks up.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? Mm-hmm. Right behind you. Yeah.
She's playing with her hair, engrossed in...
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but,
No need to worry.
okay. Uh-huh.
The tear machine stepped. Your bottles clunk into... A colourful...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Here you go, mister.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before... A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic eye?
Are you alright?
What? I warn you!
It barely looks like... Well, hello. What a solid can of... Wow. The gods of math... There's a satisfying pop as the cap comes off. The golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a hat from the A heavy door with a missing hand. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little funny-shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. You smash into the wood and see...
You're not thinking of trying again, are you? What is this place? I think you're right. I doubt the electricity still works.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Sounds good.
A barbell. It's 60. There are no... Why does it feel so familiar? No, it's not. It's just a memory. A memory from another life.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. No one does until they get smashed into the barbell.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that that's a good question. Reality. This appears
a radio computer. But we are looking for free.
On the other hand, this is the Ream Civic radio computer.
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. And
is the lieutenant a little? The machine lights up like it's empty. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment, like a smooth draw. The filament bar off. Oh no! It was already. The static gets.
Good afternoon. Fortress exit. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Yes, I am alive. I am.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. I work as a repeater. As for...
On an island on the river, doesn't it get lonely? Sitting there all by...
Now please tell me the reason for your call for the filament you have inserted into the... Yes. Is that the production check? Good.
You should ask her for a hint.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Received.
That sounds bad. Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you? Fortress accident is the company. One moment. Fortress.
That's not bad.
Any other question? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoke. Nothing happens. The filament slides. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard. Some of the writing has faded with age, but these lithe, pointy-eared creatures, translucent well. Who are all the one of the Welkins, towering among the rest? It's the hull.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. Just look at those details.
And for what? All the photocopy, entire you see, albeit a pinned postcard. This sub-mini-me stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing as time goes.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom, the handwriting outside. The whole thing resembles K-Dran history class, radio frequencies. It's unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular. You think so? Looks like they must have had massive air width. These things, someone, the leader of a conductor for whoever decides to call all of this is good. There's no...
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The schedule. I know doom when I see it.
Nothing.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, that...
Like he's ready.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. And then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations.
His fascination has swept us coordinating so many.
Not to my knowledge, but I don't think anyone... Indeed.
Super cool.
No idea. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... It's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
An iron such an odd thing to do. Nothing happened. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be...
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things? Thanks. In any case, there's no way...
Bent metal. You are the destroyer. The bane of inanimate matter. Kudos. A thick layer. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony. A lush, you feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. 3D.
What are you doing? Please wipe your...
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it. These 3 stripes.
And this protects you. Okay, sure.
Just pointing out, this is not traditional 70s war paint. No idea what it's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on with these curtains.
You see, this ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. A gust of freeze. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled. You pocket the note, and the little fridge magnets keeping it. A friendly cartoon.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream. I know. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money.
The fridge, but
it's certainly an
but the optics on the...
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't...
The body is heavier than you expected, and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This story does not leave this room. As impressive as the fridge, at least we've stopped the body from decomposing further.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting. You touch the dead man's body. His skin...
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least it...
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind them.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something...
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging. Most of them are rusty.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable.
He likes...
Seems like an old bunker.
front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the because, please, to your after rifling the pages with your thumb several times, the magazine is divided into several sections. International Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name, but, so please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on content,
What do you expect?
you flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents on this comrade, but so
What do
you flip back it take as you the main this so-called the actual if you don't follow it, you only ever hear about. You think instead you find yourself skimming a tenth where to even start. For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then, oddly enough, this article has there's no way have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonym under capitalism. Thus, and that at the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real. Sure, that's because you.
Come on. Can this article read your mind? A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks, if I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. Unsurprised, finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Cape Side apartments of illegally attempting to evict the writer. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The note is written.
Does it say?
This is tangential at best. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home.
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory, even if he doesn't know what to do with it. Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised. That's a plausible hypothesis. I don't know.
Didn't you see one right next?
Still here, stuck in. I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. A friend? An acquaintance. A youngish woman.
What?
Blue and violet.
Then she may have dyed it again.
I didn't, man.
He still is, hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part.
Damn, I don't want to.
We can't.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation.
It won't come to that.
I don't believe you. She's got the darkness in her.
She shared?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had...
Did this violent?
Well, it looks like it did now. Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay?
He's right. Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? 'Cause she...
Imagine it. An explosion of stars. Goodbye, world of men. The realization that you've used his friendliness and goodwill for your own.
Here.
The keys to a motor lorry.
For Lori's still here. Down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is...
When did she...
Last Friday. No. I don't... She left them to me.
The other drivers would have to tow it or break in to get the machines moving.
I bet you...
And he's sorry he couldn't be what he wants to be. A good person. His last line.
Thank you for your cooperation.
You don't really...
I really do.
Even by well, his own maladministration foreshadowed the story they were with.
The man certainly knew how to live!
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine. You see, old Philippe wasn't cocaine. His Majesty's, that's what the beneath the most his son, the set people in Philip III. Wow, you work. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Look at yourself. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. A little. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rule. Oh yeah. You took that bribe hard. Wasn't easy getting that. You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit. Yeah. Sure. Are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave. That's right. Every time. 98% of all your money. Here you go, hustle. The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. Beautiful, remember. This
is the one our men pointed to.
The glass on the door, there's no picking it. You push the key, the smell of cigarettes. These, one of them, but this, she wasted away in a drug. The actresses looks
strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. Doesn't look like it. No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem. For contact, looks like
a 20 club. The smell of a you wed yourself, but one odd detail. That sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper?
The movie stars are metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty. It's an issue of bed. It looks like a
the Ulan frequency system.
It's an issue. It looks like
the Ulan.
The pull slides back. You closed.
Great. I think we got. Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen. I'm especially intrigued, but I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets. As elegant as they... I'm going to say no. We didn't find... My suggestion is we should return. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. The fact that one hasn't started all the same, I don't like the idea. Debrief over.